Hey y'all, Christy here. Happy Halloween. It is Monday, October 31st, 2022. It is my little French Bulldog Blue's first birthday, so happy birthday, baby Blue. It is the night before my youngest daughter's 15th birthday. I was actually in labor with her, was in labor with her, and then I got pain medication and then fell asleep. And I went into the hospital dressed as a big pumpkin because I was the big pumpkin from Charlie Brown's Great Big Pumpkin. So I was the pregnant pumpkin waddling into the maternity ward. And my best friend was actually Woodstock. So here we are going into the hospital as a big fat pumpkin and a yellow bird with feathers. So that was pretty funny. Thought about that today as I was running her from doctor to doctor. She's not sick or anything. She's just following up on an appointment that she had for an elbow injury that she's working on. And so I spent most of my day running around with her. Didn't really get much done. I finally just now got my 5 affirmations sent out to my 5 different people. The only thing I have left on my 5 critical tasks are to drink 1 more glass of water and to do 1 more, my indoor 45-minute session, which I'll do that as soon as I get home from my family's house, spending time with the family. That's always important. And I was thinking about the importance of unplugging from your technology. I'm finding this more important now that I'm constantly on my computer and my phone, communicating via emails and the WhatsApp app and Zoom calls and text messages. So I'm constantly on my phone or my laptop or my iPad. And so I'm starting to realize the importance of taking time away from technology. And, I've been doing a lot of reading about it, how it's great to disconnect. It's actually great for your well-being because I guess you don't realize the strain it puts on you, not only emotionally, but physically. The strain from staring at a screen. I've noticed that, if I don't wear my glasses that filter the blue light, I'll get terrible headaches. Or my eyes will just start to feel like they hurt or they itch all the time, which I've never had that before because I didn't stare at a screen all the time. I mean, I did, but it would be like for short amount of time throughout my day because most of the time I was in, classrooms or I was, interacting with my coworkers and my peers. So I didn't just stare at my screen, a good majority of the day. But now that I notice if I'm on my screen, especially like at nighttime, after I've spent, time with my family and got dinner cooked and cleaned up and maybe laundry done or whatever, when, I get focused in and I start, hacking away on my computer or building not programs, but funnels, after a few hours, my head starts to hurt or my eyes get really dry and itchy, or I just get tired just staring at the screen. So, I do think it does have I think it can physically affect you staring at your screen all the time. So I picked 5 things, because 5 critical tasks. I think it's easier to accomplish when you have a small group of expectations or goals as opposed to a big list. So I picked 5 things that I'm going to do on Friday or Sunday. I haven't decided yet which day that I'm going to unplug from my technology. And I'm going to start small, and then I eventually want to do an entire day of no technology, just where I unplug for the day and I just live in the moment. And I don't check my phone. I don't check my email, and I'm sure I'm going to have like 4,000 notifications, and that's going to drive me insane. So I'll probably just mute all my notifications and not even look at my screen, because if I see those red bubbles, it's going to drive me insane. So, I've got to work myself up to that. But I just picked like these 5. One of them I actually already do, and it's a friend who actually pointed it out to me. And it's like putting your phone away during mealtime and actually having to communicate with the people that you're sitting with. And I didn't realize how much I look at my phone, or how instinctively I grab it when I was sitting at the table. Now, after practicing this and being around my friends who don't do this, they put their phones away, and they don't look at them unless, it's an emergency, if it's family, and the family has to call more than once for it to be considered an emergency. And, it just felt so weird to me trying not to grab my phone. I actually had to put my phone away when I first actually started doing this. I actually had to put it away because I had the tendency to grab it every time it made a noise. So I didn't realize how much I was dependent on it, or not even dependent. It was just habit, just to grab it and look every time it made a notification sound, or just to check it every few minutes. And, for the longest, I had to put it away. I couldn't even have it on the table because I would grab for it. But, I'm appreciative of that now. That was a quality that, I didn't realize how much it had control over me. And the quality time that I was not embracing because I was playing on my phone. I wasn't actually having those conversations with the people sitting in front of me. So, a friend actually turned me on to that one and helped me with that one, and actually made me realize that, I was guilty of that. And I'm so grateful, because now I actually have conversations, and we don't do it anymore as a family. We put our phones away and we actually have conversations and talk about things. So that was one of the things I picked, but a friend actually introduced me to that, this past summer. But another one that I am going to start doing, don't sleep with my phone right next to me. I'm going to put it on the other side of the room. So I'm not even going to put it near me, because I have a tendency, I don't as much anymore, but I used to have a tendency to, every time I'd wake up, I'd just reach over and start scrolling. And I've started doing that too, as I'm working on myself and becoming the best version of myself, and trying to embody this personal excellence. And I've already started the first 30 minutes of my day, I don't pick up my phone. So, I have been doing that, but this thing I want to try is not even putting it on my nightstand, putting it across the room, so that I'm not tempted at all to look at it when I'm in my room and I'm laying down in bed. And then, like I said, the second one was put, my phone away during mealtime. And then the third one is rediscovering paper. So reading your books, a magazine, a newspaper, which I already do, but my phone's right there. So maybe the next step would be to put my phone away, put it in the kitchen or in my bedroom, or just out of sight when I'm actually reading my book, so that I'm not even tempted to look at it at all, even if the notification sounds are going off. And then another one that I liked was to ask a friend to do it with you, which, I can ask Matt to do it with me, or I can challenge one of my friends to do it with me and say, hey, let's do this on Friday. Do you want to go out and have dinner, or go out to lunch and then catch a movie, or just hang out and try and reconnect with some of my girlfriends on that level, as opposed to having our phones. So that's pretty neat. I thought that would be something fun to do. Maybe when I actually work up to a whole day of disconnecting from my technology. And then the fifth thing I liked was actually start small. So do a 15-minute no text time, whether it's in the morning or in the middle of the day or at night. And then work your way up to 30 minutes, and then 45 minutes, and then a whole day. And then you have, those short, small, reasonable goals that you can mark off before you get to the big one of no full day. And they actually have a National Day of Unplugging. So that's going to be my goal, is to work up to that. And that's actually, it's March. It goes from March 3rd all the way through the 4th, because it's 24 hours of no technology. So, and it's actually a thing. It's the National Day of Unplugging. So I challenge you to work yourself up to that and do it with me on March 3rd. And we disconnect totally from all technology. So, I mean, that's a little bit of time to practice it. So, I hope you'd like to join me for that, because I'm definitely going to do that. And I'm about to go back and enjoy the time with the family. I was getting eaten up by mosquitoes, so I better spray some off before I head back out there, because for some reason no one else was getting eaten up but me. And I want to go ahead and end it with my quote for today. It is, "Suffering has been stronger than all other teaching, and has taught me to understand what your heart used to be. I have been bent and broken, but I hope into a better shape." So that's kind of like, coming to terms with things that have hurt you in your past, or owning things that you may have done to others in the past that you hurt, and accepting those and owning them and moving on from them, releasing them. So, and that's by Charles Dickens. So those are just a little bit of things I thought about today through all the doctor's appointments I went to. It was only 2, but it seemed like forever. I think we were home probably an hour max before we ended up coming to my mom's for her annual Halloween party. So I didn't really get a lot of time to do a lot of reflecting. So I'm pretty sure I'll be doing that tomorrow, because I don't have any appointments tomorrow. But happy Halloween. Remember, you're great. I believe in you. You can do it. You matter. So delete regrets, hit reset, and unleash your new mindset. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Once again, happy Halloween. Enjoy your time with your family, and have a good night.